Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is Damo Does England, it is Arsenal, it is Season 1 here at Arsenal, and today in Episode 5 we have Spurs and the North London Derby, a very important game, a huge game in terms of the Premier League and in terms of rivalries. We then also have Manchester City coming up later in this episode as well, after we get through Apoel and Burnley off the YouTube stream, but we are currently live on Twitch, so link in the description below, come follow us. Come watch the madness live. Since we last met against Liverpool, where we got absolutely humiliated 3-1, we played one game, we rested everybody basically, we played our reserve side against Man United, at home like we did before, we dominated United, but this time, with Mustafi at the back, we kept the clean sheet 1-1-0. Don't understand how, don't ask me how, but we're through to the next round of the Cabaret Cup. We now have Spurs in the league. I have gone with a side that I think is going to be the best side. I've promised Leno some game time. And look, I'm going to go and give him some game time and see how well he goes. I feel like Cech is just slightly coming off the board. Put off that great save against Liverpool. I don't think he... look, I think Cech's our best player, and I feel like Cech definitely deserves to be playing at the moment, but we need to keep Leno happy. He's part of the core little bit of the squad. And like I was saying about with Xhaka last episode, if we can keep those boys happy, keeps us in a job, and it should be okay. Anyway, we are going to go Leno, Bellerin, Socrates, Rob Holding, Kolasinac, Thomas Partey, Ramsey, Mkhitaryan, Ozil, Depay, and Aubameyang. I'm actually going to get Holding out and get Mangala in. I'm going to go with a bit more experience, maybe. Last minute change. Holding didn't have a great time against Liverpool, but I feel like no one had a great time against Liverpool, so Holding's been in sensational form apart from that. At one stage, averaged an 8.2 after 4 games. Anyhow, let's get into it, submit the team, and off we go against Spurs. Spurs is a side that loves putting pressure on a lot of sides, but never does anything. But they do have a very good squad in Kane, Sung, Eriksen, Mora. Stepanenko they signed just this season, so let's see how much they paid for him. They paid 16.5 mil. It's not a bad signing at all. Danny Rose, Tommy Alderweireld, Lurius, and Kieran Trippier. Anyway, we are going to get into the dressing room, and we're going to tell the boys, the media put on a lot of credit on you, so go and put a review display of backing it up. I have all the faith in you, lads. Let's go do it. Gonna go and set the opposition instructions to always, because we always do it. I have a very good record against Spurs in my managerial history with Sunderland, so it'll be interesting to see what we do. It's 2 tremendous occasions, tremendous atmosphere at the Emirates. I feel like at the Emirates we can beat any team, and we're very unlucky to lose against Man United here as well. And I feel like against most sides apart from Liverpool and probably City, any other team that comes to the Emirates we're going to beat. I do feel like that, as Aubameyang probably should have hit the target there. M1 Key, morning mate, how's it going? It's going great mate, how about yourself? Obviously waking up in the UK is Mr. M1 Key, good to see you in the chat, hopefully you have a good day ahead of yourself. Anyway, Ozil into Kolasinac, and off we go. Mr. Memphis, he's been in poor form, we talked to him about it as well before this game, so hopefully he has a bit of a better day. Into Aubameyang, who gets on it, loves the ball inside to Ramsey. Aaron now running with a great ball out to Aubameyang, takes a touch, 1-on-1, what a save from Loris, double save from Loris. We've got to watch that back, don't we? Oh my days, Hugo. Great goalkeepers, Hugo. Oh, that would have been a great start. Instead of Aubameyang misses 2 gilt edge chances. Great first save there. And all Aubameyang has to do is slot it. Instead he hits it straight back at Lewis. He gets up and with his right hand hits the tips of his fingers and goes wide for a corner. Danger not over here, but big chance goes begging for Aubameyang twice. Anyway, Ozil's ball in. Aubameyang doesn't get there first. Ramsey now maybe with a chance to recycle it into Mangala. Mangala now back into Socrates. And then the highlight ends. Good start here from Arsenal. Need to go out there. Need to dominate. Not give him a sniff. Need that first goal. Ozil goes into the box. Aubameyang rises. Puts it wide. We could have really have been 2 or 3-0 up already. And unfortunately not make the chances count. Been FM'd already once at home against Man United. Are we going to get FM'd here today? Kolasinac now back from his injury to mostly full fitness. Anyway, Ozil, great ball out to Bellerin, loves to get forward. Takes a touch, looks up, swings it, back stick. Aubameyang doesn't win it. Ozil, great touch. Thomas Partey over the bar. He loves a strike from distance. His goal came second in goal of the month. Trippier's off injured. Kolasinac probably caused injury as well, but at least he's going up. It's a bruised knee. It must have been a clash of knees then. Potential foot injury. Be interesting to see what that is. But anyway, it's Mangala on the ball now, facing forward into Partey, finds Kolasinac, well played out there from the press there from Arsenal. Memphis is on it, he can come inside, he loves a dribble inside. Great ball in a Ramsey facing forward. There is space over the top for Mkhitaryan. There's numbers queuing up in the box. Aubameyang's there, what a goal! What a team goal. Building up from the back. It is just perfect. Perfect goal from Arsenal. I could have designed a more perfect goal for us to score in this system. What a ball from Ramsey, recognising the cue. Mkhitaryan's in over the top. First time Aubameyang. That's all well and good, but we need to go back to where the highlight started, and that is here. And we need to go from behind the goal. And as a coach, because I coach in real life, and this is the system I play in real life, this is what I want. Both centre-backs split, they press up. Not a problem. If you get a ball into Mangala, he can play forward. He got a triangle already, 1, 2, and 3. You got the triangle back to Leno, 1, 2, and 3, and then Leno has a triangle of 1, 2, and the other centre-back, and off we go. All good, mate. You save over the Sunderland save? Yeah, Mickey. We over with it because we won the Champions League. I'm not going to spoil too much more, but we won the Champions League. Go check it out on YouTube. But look at this. Mangala goes there, and they've got 2 lines, but the space. And this is the problem with this Arsenal side in real life, or maybe Arsenal in the last few years. They didn't go and play a ball in the space. Partey, very simply, in this triangle, has options now. He can face forward and play into here. If he gets into trouble, he can play back, and we can go out with Leno out the other side. Or he can play Mangala, who can play second line. Instead, he goes into Kolasinac, who faces forward. He's ball into Memphis. Memphis takes the game on. And now look at the pitch as it reverses. We've caused them all to come in and press on one side. Where's all the space? Out the other side. Memphis into Ramsey. Great ball into his path. And obviously, we know what happens next. Exploit that space. Put a ball in. That is a managerial masterclass, ladies and gentlemen. That is tactically brilliant. I love it. That gets me excited. I'm excited, all right. We haven't changed the highlight, by the way. We need to put that back on director. And there we are. At half-time, we are 1-0 up. Get the team talking. Someone wants to clip that for me so I can watch that back. Oh. Anyway, start the second half. What a half it is from Arsenal. Lucky not to be 2 or 3-0 up. But we are 1-0 up. And we're playing very well indeed. It's an injury to Kolasinac. I don't have anyone that can really play left back out there. This is a problem that seems to keep on happening. It's a bruised knee. If you're really coming off of a bruised knee, I'm going... Oh, it's a bruised freaking knee. Mangala can do a job. Get him as a wing back on defend. And we're going to get Rob Holding in as a ball-playing defender. We'll go like that. We can do that, at least. I'm going to start putting Monreal on the bench. Every time I don't have him on the bench, Kolasinac gets injured. And every time I have him on the bench, nothing happens. Anyway, Ozil free kick hits it around the wall, straight at Loris, who probably should have done a bit better catching it the first time around. It's nowhere near the crossing the line, but thank you, FM. And off we go. Another highlight here. And 16 minutes played, still 1-0 up. Partey, what a challenge. There is no way that's a free kick or even a card. Moore is off, straight red. Didn't look like a really bad challenge at all, but they're down to 10 now. They've made 3 changes already, so we should be well in this game in terms of just being able to see it out here and, just keep playing well. Thomas Partey, for the first time in his history here playing here, has not done well enough, so Unemi's going to come in if he wants to. And it will be light for light with Unemi. There we are. In great goal scoring form is Unemi as well. But off he goes. Anyway, Mohamed there on the ball, hopefully, and getting around it. And we do leave one more change for the rest of it, which will be a time-wasting sub at some point. Anyway, 87 minutes, a corner. It's Ozil, whips it in backstick. Aubameyang free header. How have you not hit the target there, my boy? Anyway, 90 minutes played. 6 minutes at a time. All right, we're going to pause here. We're going to make a time-wasting change. It is going to be Grant Xhaka on for Ramsey, who's going to come in and be a little bit more defensively minded. But really, doesn't really matter. Change makes. We're pretty much home and hosed. And it looks like, barring some magic here from Spurs, it will be game over. And then we heads and it is game over. And we do win 1-0 here in the North London Derby. A game we dominated. A game we probably should have scored about 3-4 goals in. Aubameyang missed 3 massive chances. You got to credit Loris for the double save. We do win. Out for 1 to 3 days. Really should have been able to play it. And obviously, we'll attend the press conference in just a second. But for everybody on YouTube, don't go anywhere. In just a second, we have Man City at the Emirates as well. At home, we play some great football, as proven by the goal we scored. Are we going to get an FM by Man City? Are Man City going to dominate us? Or are we going to put in a performance and do what we've done to other sides like Chelsea and Spurs and beat them at home? Welcome back, YouTube. part 2 of episode 5 here, and we do have Man City at home. Since we've last joined us, we did have Apoel, which we did beat 4-0, but before international break, we went to Burnley and they did a job on us. They played a 4-5-1, very defensive 4-5-1. They scored first, we were poor, they hang on, and to be honest, they're probably a little bit unlucky because we didn't really create too much apart from the Mkhitaryan goal, which went in. And a draw was probably the fair result, to be honest. We've dropped points yet again. What that means for us in the league is we're on 28 points. We're 1 point behind Chelsea, but we're now starting to eke a couple games behind Liverpool, who are sensational so far and haven't lost the game. We do have Manchester City today, which is a huge crunch game. City do win this. They do leapfrog us as well and put us into at least fourth, if not lower, depending on other results here today. But we've been good at home, and we'll see how we go. We're not currently live on Twitch for this one here, rated my boy Armin Plays. Please go Armin_plays on Twitch. Check him out. He's a great football manager streamer, and he watches all these episodes, so he's a good lad. Anyway, we're going to go with checking goals because it's a huge game, and I feel like Czech's still our best goalkeeper. Bellerin, Socrates, Mangala, Monreal, Partey and Ramsey, Mkhitaryan, Ozil. Memphis has had a shocker. I'm tempted to get Iwobi in. I'm going to give Memphis this game here, and if he doesn't do the business, I'm going to give... Well, the thing is I want to give Iwobi some starts in the league, but I know we have a easier run of fixtures after this City game, so Memphis could find his best form after that. We'll wait and see. Anyway, we do have checking goals, like I said. Bellerin's 1 yellow card away, but they have got Edison, Company, Walker, Otamendi, and Mendy. Weigel's come in there for big money as well. De Bruyne and Gundogan, Mahrez, Sane, and Aguero up front. It's going to be a formidable chance for us to do anything here today. But look, if we can play as well as I know we can, there's definitely a lot that we can do. Anyway, we are going to go and press the whole of Man City because why not? We do that with every other game. And we've been good at home. Anyway, it's us in the red. It's City there in the purple and the orange. And it'll be interesting to see as Bellerin heads into Ramsey. And it'll be interesting to see if we keep the ball. If we can keep the ball against a possession-hungry Manchester City at home, we'll create chances. That's not a question. It's more the question of how well is City going to play. If we can go out here and beat City here at home, anything's possible for the league. We do need some teams to take some points off Liverpool, but maybe we should, if we beat City here today, start looking towards, can we keep the pressure on Liverpool? Can they slip up? Can we maybe win the league this season? It'll be... interesting to tell. Chelsea have started really well as well, but hopefully they fall off the boil. Anyway, the throw in there, only as far as Ramsey. Doesn't mind long range hit. Partey doesn't. Hits it and hits it again. I thought the first target was struck tremendously. The second one was a bit scuffed and scuffed wide. And we are all over Manchester City first half here, but haven't really done too much. Look, if someone told me this game would finish 0-0 draw, I would take it, but hopefully we'll be all right. We've kind of limited chances everywhere. I'm going to tell the boys that I'm pleased how things are going, keep it up in terms of how we kept the ball, and we've created a few chances and really limited City, but in the second half it could be very different. Even Mahrez there, game feeds out. I'm actually going to tell the boys after the first half performance, go get creative, really try and find that goal and see what we can do. Anyway, Socrates goes, Ramsey heads away. Obviously Monreal's playing because Kolasinac isn't ready to play, but hopefully we'll be after this. Anyway, De Bruyne now with the ball into Weigl, into Otamendi, and now with Man City having a prolonged run of possession, I expect them to score. Aguero's in, Czech beating at his near post, and Man City's first real clear-cut chance. We're 1-0 down. And really, look, against the run of play, we've been in the game. Nothing to say that we can't come back in here and get a result or get a win even. We've come back from before against big sides, Chelsea. But we've given one moment to Aguero, and Aguero doesn't miss them. And in the second half, the game's kind of got back onto City's terms. I'm going to tell the boys, get creative again, see if we can create a highlight. But I haven't seen anything from Mr. Memphis again. Iwobi's going to go on there and see if we can make a change and see if Iwobi will do anything. At 68 minutes played, highlight here, but it's down the wrong end. It's Mendy's throw. Aguero back into Mendy. Mendy now, good ball into Sane. It's cut off there and then falls back to Gundogan. In the end, Iwobi in the right spot. Lays it back into Mangala. Mangala now can hopefully look into Partey. He does. Thomas Partey, Socrates, and we can build up from the back. We've seen it before. It's a good ball into Mkhitaryan. Good touch. His switcher play looking for Iwobi. Doesn't find him. Gundogan now on the second ball. And now it is Mahrez coming forward again. Great tackle from Mangala. Falls back to Silva. Ball into Aguero. Shouldn't miss. Doesn't miss. 2-0. Game over. I am going to switch quickly to 4-4-2 and see if we can get anything out of it. Ozil's going to come off. He's not really had his best day. I am going to get Lacazette up there and get Aubameyang as a poacher. We will go Iwobi, Mkhitaryan, and Partey into the box midfielder. Again, it's just another big side doing the job that they do is best. We dominate for periods, don't put chances away, and then they put their chances. At the start of the season, we were scoring for fun, even against Chelsea. It took us time, but we did score for fun. Now, all of a sudden, the goals have started to dry up here at Arsenal, and we're conceding a few chances here and there. We'd really need Koscielny back in the side as well. And Bellerin's gone for a pretty poor run of form anyway. I'm going to just tell the boys to push forward, and hopefully we can win the ball back. And hopefully we can maybe go on the break here. Anyway, we force Ederson into Otamendi. Can we press in at Otamendi, though? We do. Back to Ederson. He's really good with his feet. But if we can force Ederson long, hopefully we'll be okay. We don't really. We do press up here on Otamendi. We do force him long. Bellerin heads down to Ramsey. Bellerin looking over the top there for Aubameyang and parks himself there. In the end, it's back to Otamendi, and it's going to be them playing out again. Ederson goes long this time. Can we win that in the air? Monreal, for whatever reason, is going up against Aguero, who's small in comparison, and just backs off him. That was great. Bellerin there. No foul from Sane, apparently. Good save from Cech. And apparently Sane is going through Bellerin as he controls the ball. Wasn't a foul, and it's 2-0. And we're not happy with that at all. We're going to go to a very attacking, but I don't see how we're going to get anything out of this game, to be honest. I am going to get Smith Rowe in there for Ramsey and just push him in behind the striker and go like that and see what happens. I highly doubt we're going to get anything. I'm probably going to concede a third. I think with this game being all but over, it's going to confirm that we're really not in the title race this season, but you just never know. Anyway, Lacazette's on it. There might be enough time. Lacazette now turns, looks to switch the play into Iwobi. Monreal running ahead of him. Instead, he looks over the top towards Aubameyang. Monreal was definitely the clear choice to pick him up, but unfortunately not going to happen. They go long again. Mangala wins it. Partey now can bring it under control. Iwobi now running with it from deep. Still with Iwobi. His ball in is blocked. Falls the Jesus. And it's just falling. Everything's falling to Man City. Mangala should get there. He does. His ball there inside, looks for Socrates. Socrates now, his ball into the channel. Lacazette heads down to Aubameyang. His ball over to Mkhitaryan. His numbers running forward. Lacazette really wants it at the front post. Does it fall to him? He does. Takes a touch, hits it. Well, look, we got 5 minutes to find a goal and to find a draw here in a game that we have, in the first half, dominated. Second half, been very poor in. In the end, a bit of longer direct football has worked their way into it. The plan B's come into effect and worked. The deflected cross falls to Lacazette. Good touch, good finish. Can we find one late doors? It's a highlight here. It's Silva on it. Silva now. Mangala wins. We go long. It's Aubameyang now. Aubameyang to Lacazette, and the numbers flowing at the back stick. Aubameyang's back there. There's numbers in the box. He cuts it. Aubameyang doesn't fall to him. Partey! Oh! It was the chance. It's another highlight. You thought Partey did it with his left foot goal. In the end, Ederson goes long to Walker. They're great at playing out. That's for sure. Walker running with it. They've got numbers everywhere. Walker still with it. Ball to Jesus. We need it now. We don't Aguero to win it. We had our chance up the other end to make it 2-1. Or 2-2, sorry. Instead, it's going to be 3-1. Oh, you thought Partey was going to do it, didn't you? Oh, you thought it was going to fall to Aubameyang as well. It's just kind of hit bodies and falling apart. He's put it wide, and then from the resulting goal kick, because we're pressing up, they play out, and it's game over. We went for it. You can't blame us for going for it. Got hit on the break, and there we are. It's going to be game over. We're going to lose 3-1 here to Man City. Look, I think in terms of the title, it doesn't write us off. But if Liverpool keep in the same form, Chelsea keep in the same vein of form, they're not going to drop too many games this season. So that kind of really puts us on the back foot. And apparently they strike lucky a little bit. Let's say they weren't lucky. Going to leave and hopefully someone can do us a favour. Thankfully, it doesn't look too bad. I know the game's over. Don't want to see what tomorrow brings. I don't want to talk about that right now. The game's over. Aguero really impressed. Expect West Ham to recover their form. But a disappointing way to end the game there. We do have Malmo in 5 days' time, and then we do go on a bit of an easier run of fixtures. We need to really go out there and really in this run of game up until the Chelsea game. I feel like we have to win every Premier League game through there if we're going to have a chance to really eat back at this. We're on 28 points. We're starting to drop off, but hopefully we can find a way to get back into this title race. We're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Look, to win it in our first season with Arsenal would be huge. I don't think it's personally going to happen, but you never know what could go on in Football Manager. Anyway, from Damien, from Damo Does England, from Arsenal in Season 1, I'll see you next time. If you like the episode, give it a like. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. The links are in the description below to come follow us live on Twitch, where we'll stream most of these games live anyway. And I will catch you next time for episode 6 of Damo Does England.